In terms of being a damaging hurricane, Alex isn't. It hit a relatively unpopulated coast that had a thick barrier island. It is going into a relatively deserted area, lightly populated area, and it's breaking up. Alex, despite the fact that it is not doing any damage, is still a hurricane. Its actual land area covered at one point was equal to the entire surface of the Gulf of Mexico, which means we are getting swells oftentimes in excess of 3 meters, which are disrupting cleanup efforts at the oil spill. If a hurricane hits an oil-producing zone, there's 2 things you need to worry about. First of all, and most obviously, all of these wells are connected via pipes that come to shore, and a lot of them are crisscrossed on top of each other. And you basically have a big storm surge that comes in with undersea currents that pick up all of those pipes, twist them together, then drop them somewhere else. Even if they don't break, which is a stretch, you're still going to take weeks to months to untangle everything. Specifically with the oil spill, that well is so far underwater you don't have to worry about currents. What you do have to worry about is all the boats that are on the surface that are siphoning off the oil and that are doing the drilling to make the relief well would have to leave. There's no way they could operate in those sorts of seas, which means that they might have to start all over. Most oil spills, you have a relatively thick viscous layer on top. Because so many detergents have been dumped, it's a very, very thin rime of oil. The water pushing this thin sheen into the wetlands is not the environmental disaster that many other oil spills have been. There are 2 things you need to worry about in terms of geopolitical effects. First of course, is what it does to energy. Shipping is not such a big deal because the ships can move. Energy production sites cannot. Second, political. When a president is having issues, there's often a feeling that regardless of what they do wrong or right, they're a failure. This certainly happened to the Bush administration when they were perceived to have not taken the Katrina disaster seriously enough. At present, Obama's popularity is sufficiently high that this oil spill has not caused him a catastrophic loss in popularity. But an oil spill plus a hurricane, that might.